Cloncurry is a place that if you looked at a map, you'd never notice it. It's like a hidden gem, I would say.
When we were able to identify that writing was something that we needed to focus on, mainly through our teachers' data that they collected, but also through NAPLAN data, one of the biggest things we needed to ensure was whatever we implemented would be able to be sustainable.
It's not just a problem that's popped up overnight, it's something that's happened over many years.
Individually, as writers, they had a sound capacity, but what they lacked was kind of the variation to make their writing a little bit more engaging, a little bit more sophisticated, and a little bit more structured.
Implementing the Writer's Toolbox, we looked at a lot of things. We looked at having a clear vision, having what are going to be our barriers, what are going to be the things that will get in the way. Getting staff on board to start off with and giving them the opportunity to have a look and say, what do you think? Where do you sit? Rather than, hey, I'm telling you we need to fix this. Once they had an opportunity, the students were actually part of the drivers as well.
What I like about Writer's Toolbox is that you don't have to always wait around for a teacher. But in Writer's Toolbox, there's the feedback module, which can tell me what I need to improve on and what I'm doing really well. And that really helped because it says, oh, you need to explore the subject to make this more interesting. Okay, I can do that. I can watch the videos on the module. It just makes it really easy to write.
There was almost immediate growth as a result, direct result of using Writer's Toolbox. But not only did I see improvement in their writing, I saw improvement with their attitude towards writing and their confidence when writing.
I like Writer's Toolbox because it expands my thinking in such ways that I hadn't thought that I could. The sentences and paragraphs, I didn't even know that there were paragraph types or sentences types until I went on here. The paragraphs which will really help my writing and all the sentences which will do the same.
What really caught our attention with the Writer's Toolbox was that there was an element of the program that offered professional development for our staff, and we could sign up for a certain amount of years of that. So this year we've been able to train our staff on several occasions in the platform. So for us, it wasn't that this program would just give us resources in our classrooms, but our teachers would actually be trained in how to do that and how to effectively teach writing.
The big success that we've found, our writings moved from well below the Australian average to at or above the Australian average. And in our year sevens, and I'll put them up on a pedestal, we're right up with your elite schools. Across the year 3, 5, 7 and 9, anywhere from 15 to 25% above our like schools, which is huge.
My favourite sentence style is probably preposition start and explore the subject. Because I know that with explore the subject, it's really easy. It's just, you always put it in either the first sentence or second sentence. You just need to make it about the subject. So if I was to write a story about a brave explorer, Tiffany O. White, I could say Tiffany O. White, new and improved explorer, ready to see the world. And then comma, she never knew how good she was until this adventure came up.
No, we're just really grateful. We're grateful that we've found something that has worked, and we're grateful that we're on the right trend. We're grateful that our results are starting to improve and the students' abilities are improving, but also that the students' confidence is improving. That's a really nice thing. Whether it's academic growth that we're seeing, or whether it is that their confidence in writing or their desire to write has improved, that's probably been one of the most rewarding things. The academics, that's great, but if their confidence and their desire to write can improve, that's amazing for us to see.
The other part that I do love about the Writer's Toolbox is it's not dependent on me being here anymore. Whenever a teacher left, their knowledge left with them. If I left the school tomorrow, this program would still be here. Our results would continue to improve. We've created a different culture. The whole culture around reading and writing in our school has changed.
If I went to another school and they didn't have Writer's Toolbox, I would go straight to the principal and say, we should use Writer's Toolbox. I think that would be the first thing I'd do, honestly.